Welcome to Hope Channel Zambia, television that changes lives. With the news, my name is Natasha Muya and my sign language interpreter is George Kalimukwa. The headlines. Standard Chartered makes 299 million profit. Transparency International Zambia rates UPND administration performance moderate. Police apprehend Shadrach Kasanda for questioning in conjunction with Jet Saga. Over 4,000 people to take part in APSA Marathon slated for 26th August 2023. Church leader acquitted for rape by Lusaka Magistrate Court. These details plus more, join us shortly.
My wife, bumper harvest. Eh?
Daddy,
I'm telling you.
your new fertilizer. Niamini.
Eh?
Iheve daddy
Tell you.
Hello. My instructions. Maya kunka bwino mwamene.
I went to ETG, and now we are enjoying the benefits of using a blended D-compound fertilizer as basil and Kynoplus as top-dressing fertilizer instead of urea that we used last year. Now look here. This year, it has given me 4 tons. 4 tons. But last year, it was only 1.8 tons. Kynoplus has given all my crops the nitrogen that I paid for. Wow. It has saved me money. Telling you.
Understanding the difference between soil and crop-specific fertilizers, therein lies strength for Kynoplus blended fertilizers. More value in a bag. Available in the ETG depots countrywide, with a network providing agronomy services to farmers across the country. Kynoplus. Enhanced efficiency through innovation. A product of ETG.
And now the news in details. The Drug Enforcement Commission (DEC) has refuted claims made by the PF presidential aspirant Emmanuel Mamba and other social media critics regarding the alleged secret release of 2 planes. DEC Director General Nason Banda clarified that the aircraft in question are still stationed at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport and are currently under investigations in preparation for court proceedings. Mr. Banda addressed journalists during a media briefing at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport and emphasized the importance of trust in DEC's actions. He assured the public of their commitment to transparency and accountability throughout the entire process. Airport and DEC is readying themselves for court proceedings. The Director General concluded by urging the public to believe the evidence presented, as the DEC is fully dedicated to providing accurate and reliable information, and that if there are any further questions, DEC is ready to respond correctly to public proceedings. More details in the following report.
Drug Enforcement Commission took a tour with the media to Kenneth Kaunda International Airport to prove allegations that the GOAT jet was released. Upon arrival, the Director General proved presence of the 2 aircraft still parked at the international airport.
When I tell you, that's what you should believe, because it's me who is arresting them. It's me who signed to seize this aircraft. That's why if someone says I speak to say, who picked it? Because it's me who is supposed to release it. My signature. So everything, get it from me. Then you're getting the right stuff, because I'm standing on behalf of government.
The Drug Enforcement Commissioner Director General Nason Banda told the media that the 2 aircrafts would stay there and only DEC will update the public as the issue is in court.
This is the other one. So these are matters that are going to court, and therefore we cannot say anything more than what we have already told you in our press releases that side. We'll decide where to keep them safely. Should the court need them, they should find them there. Yes, because when they are exposed like this, it may not be very safe.
Mr. Banda further advised the public to wait on government official statement through the Drug Enforcement Commission for further development. Reporting for Hope News, Rejoice Mgoma.
Standard Chartered Bank says government's consistent payment of salaries to civil servants in the recent past has helped the bank to register a year-on-year growth of about 713 million kwacha. Bank Chief Executive Officer Sonny Zulu says the institution has also recorded 299 million kwacha profit after tax. Speaking at the bank's quarterly press briefing in Lusaka today, Mr. Zulu said the commitment from the government is good for the financial sector and growth of the economy at large. And Mr. Zulu also advised the government to increase exports so that the country can attract increased inflow of foreign currencies, which is prerequisite for the stability of the kwacha. He added that the government should urgently conclude issues around Mopani and Konkola copper mines, as mining still remains the biggest earner of forex in the country. The Copper Queen's first choice goalkeeper Hazel Nali has successfully undergone a left knee tendon restriction at George's Hospital in New Zealand, Christ City. Surgeon Mr. Andrew Vincent, who conducted the surgery yesterday, has described the operation as successful without any immediate complications. Surgeon Mr. Vincent said he reconstructed Ms. Nali's anterior cruciate ligament using a Petler tendon graft, and the rest of her knee was in excellent condition with no significant artificial cartilage pathology. He said Ms. Nali is recovering well and she spent one night in hospital before being discharged today. Surgeon Vincent said upon her discharge, Ms. Nali will be supervised in her rehab and the early focus will be to get her swelling down, her quads engaged and her knee back to neutral extension. Surgeon Mr. Vincent hopes that the desired results are achieved very quickly and get Ms. Nali on a bike within a couple of weeks. Ms. Nali is scheduled for a review next week on Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. And Zambia's High Commissioner to Australia, New Zealand have And Zambia's High Commissioner to Australia, New Zealand, have commended St. George's Hospital for conducting a left knee surgery on Ms. Nali. Dr. Musha said it's good to see Ms. Nali in high spirit after the operation. Transparency International Zambia has rated the UPND administration performance moderate in fulfilling its manifesto and campaign promises in the first 2 years of its mandate. TIZ Chapter President Priscilla Chansa says despite the positive steps government is yet to deliver on their commitment to finalize the national anti-corruption policy and to enhance the operational independence of ACC. She says the rating could have been higher only had government taken steps to enact the access to information and lifestyle audit laws, the declaration of assets and liabilities to support the operationalization of lifestyle and audit mechanism. TIZ has also noted that the significant strides made by the government in addressing political violence and cadreism. The chapter president says the UPND administration has scored the highest rating following the improved fiscal discipline on the basis of economic recovery programs supported by the International Monetary Funds. More details in the following report.
12th August 2021 was filled with jubilation as the United Party for National Development UPND dawned to power on the promise of change to the Zambian people. Transparency International Zambia, a non-governmental organization whose mandate is to fight corruption and promote good governance across the globe, has rated UPND's 2-year stay in office as moderate in relation to the party's commitment to fight corruption among other challenges in the country as indicated in its manifesto before the 2021 general elections. Transparency International Zambia Chapter President Priscilla Chansa says despite the progress made by the UPND government, there is still need to deliver according to the people's expectations.
It is our overall assessment that the UPND administration has fared moderately in fulfilling its manifesto and campaign promises in the first 2 years of its mandate. We also take cognizance of the fact that the manifesto promises were largely crafted in broad terms. with no specific articulation of when they would be achieved, which has enabled the regime to highlight that they have a 5-year mandate in response to any criticism about their failure to fulfill campaign promises. While it is commendable that some progress has been made on several campaign promises, it is also clear that there remains more that the UPND needs to do in order to actualize what they promised the people of Zambia, especially on the anti-corruption and good governance landscape.
Transparency International Zambia has made a number of recommendations for the UPND government to consider, such as amending the Anti-Corruption Act, expediting the finalization of the anti-corruption policy, strengthening the mechanism for managing funds from recovered assets, guarding against the re-emerging of cadres and political violence. Mwenemiyanga, Hope News, Lusaka.
We now take our commercials. We'll be right back with more stories.
Escape the winter monotony with an August pack full of variety. Discover hilarious kids content and the best of local reality shows on Top Star.
The guy likes such him. Have him.
For only 160 kwacha, Antenna Classic Old Dish Smart. Give your little ones the gift of joy, laughter and learning as we welcome them back home for the holidays with delightful kids shows on Cartoon Channel, ST Kids, Jim Jam and more. Start the month with the prize-winning local game show Bongwa Champs on Quacks, premiering on 6 August at 19 hours on Novella E+.
Where in the human body can the smallest bone be
Watch
found?
contestants put their intelligence, teamwork, and humor to the ultimate test. But there is more. Looking to spice up your weekends? Don't miss Hello Mr. Right Season 3, airing live on TV3 every Saturday at 20 hours. Cheer on your favorite couple and witness as they find love through a range of fun challenges, conflicting conversations, and plenty of romantic moments. Subscribe now. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Change your water and change your life. Kanjin Water Zambia Limited brings to you microclasses highly alkaline water with the benefits of immunosystem booster, disease combating, and many more. For more information, dial the number 0976 096670. We are located in all around the country, Zambia. Change your water and change your life. Change your water and change your Kanjin water. Kanjin water, change your life.
Welcome back. We now continue with the news. Medical experts at the University Teaching Hospital, UTH, are studying a case of conjoined twins referred to the facility from Serenje district of Central Province. The twins girls who are joined on the stomachs were born on Monday in Serenje and were evacuated to UTH in Lusaka the same day. Women in Newborn Hospital, head of clinical care of the Mulindi Mwanahabantu says the twins need to undergo thorough medical investigations. Professor Mwanahabantu says medical experts are closely monitoring the babies and will be able to give detailed medical reports once the investigations are concluded. Police presence at the Kasanda residence have kept the family company since yesterday, leaving them no time to sleep as the police presence have been disturbing their normal daily life. The sister to the jet saga victim or suspect, Shadre Kasanda, says their presence is facilitated by the Drug Enforcement Commission. A check by Hope News found heavy armed police at the residence searching the house, and a few minutes later the police dragged Mr. Kasanda to the car and took him to DEC offices. By broadcast time, neither his lawyers nor DEC could make a statement to the media. Over 4,000 people will this Saturday participate in the APSA Marathon slated for 26th August 2023. The marathon is aimed at unifying, networking, and building relationships. Speaking during a press briefing in Lusaka today, APSA Chief Executive Officer Mizinga Melu says the marathon is not meant for competition, but to enjoy the wellness of being healthy. Ms. Melu says her institution believes in having a healthy nation will create wealthy for all. She disclosed to journalists that APSA has invested 5 million kwacha in the event. And Zambia's athletic representative, Colonel Chenda, urges the public to join hands and be part of the events. More details in the following report. A named church leader has been acquitted for rape by Lusaka's Magistrate Court. George Perry, aged 30, was accused for rape by a church member. But in an interview with journalists, Mr. Perry disclosed that they had a relationship with the said woman whom he was planning to marry as his second wife. He told journalists that he decided to be in a relationship with the said woman due to marital disputes. Mr. Perry says he was in a relationship for 3 years with the woman, but says he does not know her whereabouts. More details in the following report.
It is a video that is going around on social media. This video is showing a named church leader, commonly known as a papa, who has been acquitted for rape by the Lusaka Magistrates Court. This man has been identified as George Perry, aged 30. He was accused of rape by a named church member. According to Mr. Perry, says the duo were in a relationship for 3 years.
Yes, is there a relationship?
Yes, relationship, very good relationship.
Yes, how many years relationship?
In about 3 years. So.
Okay. Wakazi wa nchonzo iziwa?
Benze kuiziwa, ninkani amene zivika na madamu, ninkani yozivika.
He told journalists that he had plans of marrying her as a second wife, which he feels is not sin. Mr. Perry says he decided to do so due to marital disputes that he was experiencing in his home.
Mwena kambia kudala kulimaliza la mahitika manyumba sometimes. Amina mangalingese kuti mapote second wife. I don't think so. It's a sin.
So mwanzofuna mkwatila as a second wife?
Yes.
But muzafuna pitiliza na relationship yaka ena?
Sini muzako ali this time around mana kamba kudala and really best success na eve and since the guys na eve. So what can I say?
Thanked God for this development.
Mulungu pakulangiza chazoona. Na judgment yazoona. So ningoti mulungu alemekezeke ndive ningakampisha.
This development has been received with shock on this platform. Esna Tsikazwa, Hope News, Lusaka.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories that made headlines. Standard Chartered makes 299 million profit. Transparency International Zambia rates UPND administration performance moderate. Police apprehend Shadrach Kasanda for questioning in connection with Jet Saga. Over 4,000 people to take part in APSA marathon slated for 26th August 2023. Church leader acquitted for rape by Lusaka's Magistrate Court. This has been the news with Natasha Muya and my sign language interpreter, George Kalimokwa. Stay blessed.